of business do you want? Do you want a lifestyle business, or do you want to build a legacy business? Hi, my name is Alan Cutts, President and CEO of the Cutts Group, the premier marketing and reputation management agency here in the U.S. First, I want to welcome you to this week's Weekly KT, as well as welcome everyone back from Easter. We just had a long Easter break, and we had a great holiday ourselves and our family, and want to welcome you back. All right, back to my question. What type of business do you want? Do you want a lifestyle type business, or do you want a legacy business, something that will be sold and passed down for generations, maybe to your children, or to maybe be sold and go someplace else? Well, a few weeks back at our mastermind that I had, I put together a presentation, and I'm going to go through that portion of the presentation that I gave there a few weeks ago. And that was one of the first questions I presented to our mastermind group. And I want to talk about, and let me first start with, I've had both. I've had, the lifestyle type business. A number of years ago, I used to race in triathlons, and back in my early 30s, and did Ironman triathlons, and I created a business in which I was at events all the time. So I raced all over the world doing triathlons, what at the time was called duathlons and all that kind of stuff, and was fit. May not look like it today, but I was really fit and raced it at a pretty high level. But that was a lifestyle business because I was able to travel throughout, and my passion and the athletics, it all worked together for me. So one kept me in the events and all that kind of stuff. And to a certain extent, I have a lifestyle business today, although it's become a bit more legacy than lifestyle, because although I have the ability to somewhat work from wherever I want to work, I have responsibilities to a lot of other people that I have to make sure everybody's doing their job. So it's not just me anymore. I have to make sure all the cogs are turning and everything's doing what they're supposed to be doing. So the first thing I want to talk about is 5 key factors for developing a legacy business. And I got these tips from a guy named Don, I want to say Roitman, R-O-I-T-M-A-N. Anyway, and this is part of the presentation I put together, and I've got it here on my iPad, so I'm going to go through it just here on my iPad. 5 key factors for developing a legacy business. 1, go big in corporate. You've got to put your corporate hat on and think about going corporate. Number 2, you need to invest in knowledge. My father used to tell me years ago, you don't have to be the smartest person, you just have to be smart enough to hire people that are smarter than you are. And I've worked at that most of my life. Not that I've always succeeded, but I've worked at that most of my life, trying to find people that are smarter than I am in any given task that I need somebody to hire somebody for. Build great teams. You've got to work on building great teams. And if someone's not working out on your team, you've got to get rid of them, because as the old saying goes, you're only as strong as the weakest link. And if you've got a weak link in your team, then you have to get rid of them. Not that they're a bad person or that they wouldn't be a great fit someplace else, but if it doesn't fit your corporate profile, then you've got to get rid of that team member. Build a great network. You've got to build. You can't do it in a bubble. You can't build a great company in a bubble by yourself. You've got to reach out to your customers. You've got to reach out to networks. You've got to be members of a chamber of commerce or associations and networks, and get out and talk about your business and get in front of people. So you've got to get out. You've got to do it. You've got to create a great network of people, customers, clients, raving fans. So create that great network. And lastly, discovering that magic formula. Look at all the things above and discover what that magic formula is that makes that happen. There's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Discover what that magic formula is for creating that legacy type business, because that's something that will be unique to your specific business. Before I go any further, let me say that this Weekly KT is probably going to be a little bit longer than my previous ones, just because I've got several slides to go through, and so just stick in there. We're going to get through them. Okay, now let's talk about the 6 factors, what I call them 6-factor models for building basically any business, whether it's a legacy business or a lifestyle business. There are 6 key factors that you have to have. Number 1, you've got to increase your number of customers. It's all about customers. Unless you have customers, you don't have a business. So you've got to look at media channels. I mean, where are you getting people? Are you getting people online, through affiliates, through SEO, through search engines, through co-reg, ad swaps, LinkedIn, Facebook? Where are your leads coming from online? Offline, where are your leads coming from offline? Are you doing direct mail, TV, radio? Are you networking, chamber of commerce, peer groups? Are you doing those things? Are you getting out, doing it offline? You've got to have a funnel system. No matter where the traffic comes from, you may have a couple of different funnels that lead into a single funnel that has a back end to it, but you've got to have a funnel system to funnel people through that system, and just so that you can discern whether they're going to be a customer or not, and that you can move them through it. So you've got to have a funnel system, landing page, video sales letter, squeeze page, webinars. You've got to be working on your cart abandonment, because specifically in American Med Supply, as well as some Amazon, we've noticed is, people get through the shopping cart and they might abandon their shopping carts. You've got to have a way of working that, and we've got tips on how to do that. But you've got to work on your shopping cart abandonment. So that's your funnel. Number 2, optimize conversions. If you're bringing people in, whether it's through your chamber of commerce or direct mail or online or off-funnel efforts, what's your conversion? So you've got to work to optimize your conversion cost. So your front-end touch points, your ad click-through rates, your landing page conversion rates, your checkout process completion rate, number of people that actually get through and complete their actual order. You've got to start tracking these things, and so start to optimize those conversions. Back-end touch points, email, direct mail, call centers, outbound, telemarketing stuff, outbound telemarketing. What are you doing afterwards? Like, for example, in American Med Supply, we follow up all of our clients on Friday. All clients who purchased anything Monday through Friday, I'm talking about specifically about American Med Supply, all of our clients who purchased anything Monday through Friday, we send out thank you cards, regular thank you cards, and we use send out cards. I think I've said that before. We use send out cards, and sometimes we send out gifts depending on the price of the product order size. We send out gifts with them, so we're touching those clients one more time. Now, I'll tell you this, is that we could easily, very simply, when somebody buys something at American Med Supply, put in the thank you card, and possibly a gift, but a thank you card in the product when it goes out. And here's the problem with that, though, is I want another touch point later down the road. So it's anybody who's purchased anything later. So basically, every time somebody buys something, 3 to 5 days down the road, they're getting a gift from us. Thank you card, thank you for purchasing. Here's maybe a 5% discount off your next order. Here's a little box of brownies or some cookies. Just want to say thank you and follow up with you. Something like that. 3, and this kind of leads to what I just said about sending out thank you cards, is number 3, increase repeat business. So how are you going about doing that? What type of channels are you going to use? I just talked about using cards. Some channels, email, social media. With Facebook, if you've got clients, you can have clients be with you on Facebook, and you can actually target those. Retargeting. We do a lot of retargeting ads. I can retarget, doing retargeting ads, retarget ads specifically for people who have actually purchased from us. So if you've purchased something from us, and we know on the shopping cart that we've cookied it, now we can have specific ads for you. Hey, well, you bought this AED. I'm using American Med Supply as an example again. Hey, you bought this AED, but you didn't get a cabinet. Maybe you need a cabinet. We'll do a banner ad for a cabinet or something like that. We can do that type of stuff. So you got mobile, you got direct mail, call centers, and retargeting, of course. Models, you've got offline sales, related products, affiliate products. So if we didn't have a specific product that somebody wanted, then maybe we could send them to somebody else. We maybe there's an affiliate relationships there or something like that. Okay, and then also, if you work online and stuff, there's all other kinds of models of subscription membership sites, interviews, interview series, all kinds of other things you can do there. So, did I miss one? Nope. So number 3 was increase repeat business. Number 4 is increase the order cost, the order size. Work in your pricing so that you're not always, and this is the thing that gets me the most, and I find people doing the most often, and it just kills me because I see it most on Amazon, is people continue. I know, I mean, we are distributors for other, for American Wkly, we're distributors for other products. Maybe it's a Pelican product or MDF or Phillips or something like that. We're distributors, and we have the best, because we're a fairly large distributor, we get the best pricing. Nobody, I say nobody, there might be somebody that's even larger than us gets better pricing, but we get really good pricing. But I see people on Amazon who I know aren't as large as we are, and they're not getting the same pricing we're getting, but they're making maybe 10%. I know they're not getting it as well as the pricing that we get, but they're just trying to process orders on Amazon, and they're maybe making 8 to 10% margins pricing stuff on Amazon, which is, if you're selling $20 to $100, $200 products, it's next to nothing, but they still got to process the orders, they still have to ship the orders, still have to fulfill. But people get into the habit of trying to beat the other person's price, and you really shouldn't be competing trying to beat the other person's price. You should be trying to figure out, how can I make it so that we're not comparing apples to apples, and provide better service, bundle my product, offer better features and benefits for my products, that are going to be better for the customer. So, and how can I put something with it? I do a lot of stuff where we bundle something. Maybe it's an AED with a Pelican case. So then somebody's not just getting the AED, but they're also getting a Pelican case, or maybe they're getting a wall mount case or a sign or something like that, doing bundling. People are always going to look at the good, better, best. They offer the better high end of the product. You can a lot of times offer free shipping. That is a big thing, whether it's on Amazon or on our shopping cart. At certain levels, we offer free shipping as well. And cross sales and upsells. So you buy this, well, you might also buy that. It's a cross sell. An upsell, well, this particular product isn't quite what you wanted, or maybe the price is a little bit higher than what you wanted to pay, but I've got this. It has a few items that are missing from the other product, but it's a lower cost because we took out a few of the widgets or whatever. Okay, or the upsell, we are going to add something to it and add more to it. Decrease your variable cost, and this is the whole in building your whole business. One of the things that you can do as your legacy business, specifically, business grows, the idea, obviously the government doesn't understand this, but the idea is, as you grow your business, you are able to keep some of your cost relative smaller to what the growth size of the business. If I'm doing, say, $10,000 a month, and I grow my business to $15,000 a month, that shouldn't mean that I'm having to hire more people just for that $5,000 growth per month. I should be able to do it with the same amount of people, or maybe now it's just a part-time person. Working on keeping your cost levels down, keeping your product costs down, your royalty costs down, your credit card processing. I mean, on credit card processing, the higher you go, the lower you can get your credit card processing. Keeping your shipping costs. I know we negotiate every year for our shipping costs. As we ship more, we renegotiate all our shipping costs so we can get that down. Advertising cost. Now, honestly, if you're doing a lot of banner ads, you're doing stuff, the more you're advertising on some of these bigger networks, the more you're advertising, you can start to get your advertising costs down. So it starts to, the disparity between the two, the delta between the two starts to be greater, and you actually see a higher overall margin, overall profit gain on your products. In-source. A lot of people start out and they're outsourcing, and we do as well. We will outsource things if we're just testing it. We'll outsource something, and as it grows, we'll go, hey, this is growing pretty good. There's no reason for us to outsource this anymore. Maybe we should in-source this product, in that it's making enough revenue. Let's not be beholden on an outsourcer to actually create this product or have to pay that royalty fee. Let's in-source it, and let's hire the person inside and train them and make them a part of the management team to develop this product and do it do it better. Basically remove the middleman. Number 6, decrease your fixed cost. And this is one of the hardest things to do. But as you grow, it's something you want to look at. Fixed cost include your people, your processes, your systems, and basically your overhead. And this is really one of the hardest areas to look at. But if you can really stay lean and mean, and look at it on a regular basis, you'll be able to decrease your overall cost. For example, in times of recession, it's a great time to move in a lot of cases. If you're renting space, because if you're moving You can usually get rental space someplace cheaper during a recession time. I know a lot of businesses do this, and it's one of the tips that we tell businesses to do, to look at. Follow the trends and get into a lower term lease someplace else. If you're, I hate to say it, but if you're people heavy, you're a large corporation and you're people heavy, you've got people that I'd really like to get rid of. The sad thing is the best time to do it is during the recession, because you can get rid of more people during a recession than you can when things are growing, because you just don't have the revenue to pay them. You can just, it's basically, it's just, it's sad, but it's just math. If you don't have the money, then you've got to reduce your overhead. So, and I'm not saying you get rid of good people, but at the same time, it's a good time to get rid of people that just aren't carrying their weight. So, one of the hardest things to get rid of, but not that you can get rid of it, but you sometimes you can move and do this, is taxes. I put this in the bottom, is reducing your overall tax burden. Now, if you're a fairly good sized business and you're moving into a new community, you might be able to, if you've got a fairly substantial business and you can show that you're bringing something to the party, something to the community, you might be able to get some tax rebatements or tax concessions for bringing your business to the town. Maybe you're going to get a 5-year, tax tax benefit for bringing your business into that community or something. It's a possibility. So, anyway, those are 5 key factors, and then 6 factors for growing your business. So that's all I have right now. And if you like these tips, please make sure you share at the top on Google+, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever else you see at the top up there. And please get on our list. It should pop up right after this video. There should be a link down below to pop up for the Wkly KT. Get on our weekly email list, and look forward to seeing you on the next Wkly KT. Take care. Bye-bye.